Can't believe it's been a whole year since we last stood on the River Nith, and we promised Dumfries that they were going to get a little bit of a shock, and we certainly gave it them with the weekender last year. This is the river that runs through the, I don't know, it's a town, not a village.
It's a town.
It's a town. Tell us, I mean, people might want to have a look round Dumfries when they get here. What are the local highlights? Anything?
Well, your favourite place, we've got Burns Cafe there, it does a good steak pie.
Yeah, Burns Cafe on Bath Street?
On Bank Street.
Bank Street. Best steak pie in Scotland. £5.50. If you're looking for a cheap meal, that's where you need to go. I think we'll take everybody on a tour of the rooms. What I would say to you is when you see the rooms, you are going to have to use your imagination a little bit, because as we've said, the rooms are literally transformed. The Pressure Point becomes a nightclub. The Shrine Room becomes a very dark, little cavey type place.
Room, yeah.
The Gold Mine is exactly how it sounds, just covered in gold everywhere, from floor to ceiling. And we'll show you the new room we're going to use this year for the Blue Room, which, as I said, will just be literally a couple of UVs and very dark. So thanks for taking some time out, Craig,
no
and speaking
problem
to us. And we'll have a little tour of Dumfries and the venue.
I woke up late last night. I couldn't sleep. I tossed and I turned. Yeah. It was the spirit.
So, Craig, you're a local lad, and you actually used to work in the hotel as a chef.
I did, yeah, when I first came to Dumfries, obviously belong Edinburgh, but came and moved down here 15 years ago.
So what did you think of the transformation when you walked in?
The transformation was incredible, Yogi. I think that what you did, especially in year one on the budget, it was incredible. The Pressure Point downstairs was just, you know, from a place that is normally a wedding venue type hotel scenario, you turned it into a proper pub scenario with massive sound system in there.
This is the Pressure Point. This is the house room, the main house room. We have 21K and Martin Rig sound system in here. It's way too much for the room, but it's unbelievable. You can't escape from the music. We build the stage right out here. This is where Kerry Chandler, Cassio Ware, Gwen McCrae at the finale, Todd Terry, and also Daryl DeBonu, to name just a handful of guys that were in this room. 700 people in here, and it looks absolutely phenomenal. So you can get an idea of the size of the place by looking back over there. And then just behind us here, this was the Shrine Room.
Yeah, which for me was absolutely tremendous the whole weekend.
This is the Shrine Room. This is where modern soul meets funk, meets soulful jazz, dance floor jazz. And we're going to do northern sessions in here this year. We've done away with the northern room, the dedicated northern room this year, but there's going to be a lot of northern in here, with one of the most controversial northern soul DJs of all time playing for 2 hours doing a Mecca spot, as well as the likes of Snowboy, Fryer from Edinburgh, and possibly one of Radio 1's top jazz DJs. It becomes like a cave, it's jet black. We build a big frame and we cloak it in black material, it's pitch black, and then through here is the balcony where Craig and I were chatting earlier. And loads of people hang out here. This was absolutely packed last year. Again, there's one of the bars, 7 o'clock, 7 AM, you can't beat it. And if you want to go out for a smoke and watch the sunset over beautiful Dumfries, that's where you'd be heading. And then, of course, we had the Gold Mine, which was where all the young DJs and collectors, anybody could book a spot in the Gold Mine. We're going down to the Gold Mine now. This is where anybody can book a slot. Fill out the application form when you buy your room and you pass for the weekender. Come and have a look at it. It's just down the stairs here. Put dance floor all the way down here and completely cover the walls in gold. And this is where the decks sit. And you wouldn't believe how good this room looks once it's completely covered in gold material. Oh, did you hear any good DJs down there?
I knew you would ask for this. Obviously, you've got a guy you're working with now, Lee Marvin.
Yes.
You know, saw him. The girl Simone from Edinburgh.
Simone Black, yeah.
I thought she was excellent down there. So, you know, there was 2 or 3, and I think everybody did pop down and made themselves, you know, available to go down and have a look at all these new and up-and-coming DJs.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea, and I think it gives people the opportunity, if you've not done anything at a level, to come and play at a massive weekend like this.
Yeah, and 4 of those DJs have now progressed to the main room.
To the main room, yeah.
Simone and Lee that you've mentioned there
Yeah.
are all going to be in the main room at the next weekend. So it just goes to show that if you do come and try a slot down here, if people talk about you, you bring a crowd and it goes off in the gold mine, you could be playing next to one of the best lineups in Britain next year. What we're going to do this year is a room called the Blue Room, which is going to be just all blue, 2 UV lights, very dark. We're going to be playing edits and classic, old school, soulful house. This is like a little gathering area where people were mingling and chatting away, and also we had record dealers set up round here. If you are a record dealer and you want to book some tables, get in touch with the number on the website. This is the new room, the Blue Room, the disco edits and old school soulful house. Come on up. Of course, these chairs won't be here on November the 2nd, 3rd and 4th. This will be all dance floor. Probably, I think we're going to have it all white with just the 2 UVs. And I can't even begin to tell you who's going to be playing in here. A couple of really important DJs from abroad and the UK. One comment that keeps coming up all the time is people say to me how friendly it was. That it was like, you know, the early days of Southport, you know, very intimate and friendly, you know?
I think it was, you know, it was incredible. Everybody left the weekender and had made loads of new friends, and I think that's what weekenders are all about.
Yeah. This place here, the balcony that we're on, this, unbeknown to us, became a major part of the weekender.
It did, yeah. And it was actually like being out with the music in here mid-afternoon, Saturday and Sunday. It was like being in Ibiza, really.
It was.
The balcony type scenario, right. You know.
And of course it was handy for the smokers.
Yeah, handy for the smokers.
Yeah. Come about 250 yards down from the Kerndale. This is Brune's Bar. It might not look much from the outside, but we have the afternoon sessions here. When the bands are doing the sound checks and rehearsing, we all come down here, and then when the weekend finale finishes at 7 o'clock on Sunday, we all come up here till about 10 o'clock, and then we do the after party in the Shrine Room that goes on till about 4:30, 5 a.m. in the morning. So it's really a 3-night weekender. If you want to be in the thick of the action, you might want to stay at the Kerndale Hotel on site. They've got a gymnasium, swimming pool, restaurants, everything going on there, and the bars are open till 7 a.m. If you're looking for something a bit quieter, we've actually booked about another 6 hotels. We've reserved all the rooms, and this is one of the best ones. This is fantastic. This is the Aston, set in acres of its own land. Beautiful, looks old-fashioned from the outside, but when you get inside for a look around, it's ultra-modern, like a boutique hotel. It's absolutely beautiful. This is Dumfries train station. You can get trains here from literally everywhere in the country. Aberdeen, Glasgow, Edinburgh, even London and Manchester. Just change at Carlisle. If you want to get a train direct, you can go to Lockerbie station and then get a taxi, which is about 12 quid over to Dumfries. And right across the road from this station is the Station Hotel. It's literally a 2-second walk, and we're just around the corner from the Kerndale Hotel where the weekender is. Just over there is Lovers Walk, and it's crammed with great bed and breakfast. Again, 2 minutes walk away from the venue, the Kerndale. So if you don't want to spend too much on accommodation, literally look up bed and breakfast, Lovers Walk on Google, and you'll get sorted. I don't need to remind you how big the lineup was last year. Todd Terry, Kerry Chandler, Lil Louis, Joey Negro, Greg Wilson. He's coming back again this year. We're going for the same weekend, 2nd, 3rd and 4th of November this year, 2012. And of course we're in the same venue, the Kerndale Hotel. Loads of live acts last year as well. Daryl DeBonu, Gwen McRae, Kim Weston, just to name a few. This year we've got Dry as a Bone confirmed, and we've got the legend from Chicago, Darryl Fletcher, plus quite a few more live acts that we can't tell you about yet, and some massive DJs that are going to match this lineup once again. So we're in the reception here at the hotel. It's a great hotel, the rooms are fantastic, the staff are fantastic. Remember the date, 2nd, 3rd and 4th of November this year at the Kerndale Hotel, Dumfries, just over the Scottish border, 20 minutes north of Carlisle. Hop, skip and a jump from the M6.